Good morning. Time now for the news with me, Timothy Polion. Another exercise to review St. Lucia's Constitution gets underway. On Wednesday, March the 6th, members of the Constitutional Review Committee convened their first meeting at the House of Assembly. The committee has been charged with providing advice on the recommendations that could be implemented from the 190-point document submitted by the late Justice Susie Devine and her team, who began their work on constitutional reform in 2006. The report was submitted in 2011.
And it's very important because, as you know, on the 45th anniversary of our independence, we're looking towards changing the Constitution, a process that's been in train for at least 10 years. So it is time to bring it to a close.
The Philip J. Pierre-led administration amended Article 36 of the Constitution to end what the St. Lucia Labour Party, while in opposition, had considered a constitutional violation on the part of the previous UWP government with regards to the appointment of a deputy speaker.
This is a report that has been tabled for a long time, and so that the various parties, political and civil society, will review it to make recommendations to the government on the way forward.
Also on the agenda for the Constitutional Review Committee was the election of a chairman and deputy chairman, respectively. The St. Lucia government is being urged to consider making what is deemed to be the required constitutional changes before filling a major post in the island's parliament. Opposition leader Alan Shasting has raised an issue with the provisions in the Constitution to allow a non-member of the House to be appointed deputy speaker. The issue is being raised ahead of the appointment of a deputy speaker at the next sitting of Parliament.
It says that anyone who is elected from one of the recognized constituencies, by virtue of being elected, they become a member of the House, a member of Parliament. If a speaker comes from outside the House, by virtue of his position, Speaker of the House, he becomes a member of the House. And an Attorney General, by virtue of his position, if he comes from outside of the House, if he's called the Attorney General, he becomes a member of the House. No such provision exists now for the Deputy Speaker.
Finally, from us, Invest St. Lucia has wrapped up a media tour of facilities and investment projects under its charge. The projects include the Bois Joli Residential Development, Dreams Resort Spa, and also the Zotri Wellness and Spa Resort. Of significant importance to the agency is the development of a business incubator for startups.
We have 31,000 square feet here, approximately, which we want to utilize for that purpose. We want to bring in small entrepreneurs who do not have a space where they can operate from. Some of them operate from their home, where we can bring them together. We can have shared services, accounting services, and other services together where they can ply their trade here. And as the name suggests, it's an incubator. So we'll bring them here for a period of time, and after a while, they will move on and we'll bring a new set of young entrepreneurs to this space.
And as the news, thank you so much for watching. Join us for our next news major at noon, the Lunchtime Report. I'm Timothy Polion. Good morning.
Well, there you have it. Thank you, Kendall. We need to take a little teeny-bitty break, but we're coming right back. Stay with us. Right, our first feature, it's Thursday, so you know it's 3 features today again, and we're excited about that. We've got 3 amazing ones. Our first one, we had a sit down with Shelby. Shelby, of course, is one of the proprietors of the Miss Teen pageant, and last year we saw this take such a lovely flight, and the young ladies got such a lovely platform to be showcased on. So we are definitely on board and intend to support the movement of this one again, full throttle ahead this year round. So we sat down with Shelby to find out a little bit about where we are for this year's pageant. Shelby and I are sitting down here, and it's not by chance, of course. Shelby, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Extra Chloe beauty.
Extra shallow.
Shallow beauty. I always say Chloe. It's shallow. I think that's going to be our little thing going forward.
Sure.
But certainly, you're quite an engaged one. You continue to just, find ways and means to enhance and make contribution to the fabric around you. And we appreciate that. Now, we're here because we're talking about it's your third year for the Miss Teen St. Lucia pageant.
Yes.
And boy, this thing made some noise last year, Tell me a little bit about the pageant and, the inception and why it is that you thought it was necessary to do that. And then we want to talk about where we are at right now in preparations for the upcoming one.
Okay. So the Miss Teen St. Lucia pageant came about when myself and my colleague, we came together with that idea in 2022 when we noticed that a lot of our teenagers, especially our males, they were really unsettled in the community, and we were trying to see how we could have events for them to be able to come together and be a bit more, how would I say it?
Included?
Yeah, a
More
bit more
engaged?
included, a bit more engaged in different activities and those stuff in the community. So we decided to have the pageant to then now have the males to come together to plan it. So it would be more of a male planning.
So that's what I'm listening to, but it's the Miss Teen. So where are we going with this? Okay, so your idea is to get the men involved because a lot of effort has been placed on the ladies. So all right, let the
Yes.
ladies do their thing, but let us now be the backbone behind ensuring that this thing is successful. Wow,
Indeed.
this is nice. You see, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay, so third year in the making. So certainly, you have been realizing the mission. Is it safe to say that?
Yes.
Wonderful. All right. So where we at now this year? Last year was a bomb. I mean, a lot of noise was made. I mean, we've seen the reigning Miss has been
Kishana
represented in so many different platforms. She's out there. You always get to see her alongside the Miss St. Lucia. So, certainly you created that lovely avenue for that young lady to be able to now, hone her skills and, probably gain a lot more grounded in society and moving forward. So certainly that is a wonderful platform being created through your show. Now, where we are this year?
Well, this year actually we just had auditions last week Saturday at the Castro City Hall, and we have already selected a few of the contestants. And this Saturday we have decided to have a second audition to allow other persons who wanted to audition who didn't get a chance, but to come and audition again.
Right. Is this one an open one as well, or this one you will have to contact you and then?
No,
because
this one is not an open one. So
Right.
this one for sure they would have to contact me or my colleague, or they could also contact us on the Instagram page so that we could give them more information.
Oh, wonderful. All right. How many persons you looking to recruit this year for this pageant?
So this year we are looking forward to 8 to 10 contestants.
Okay, wonderful. When do you have a date in mind as to when it is that you want this show to go down? If it's a staple date, is it going to stay true to last year's?
No, we haven't come up with a date, but we are looking forward to the last Saturday in June and sometime before Carnival, because this year we have decided to join Carnival with
okay.
Miss Teen St. Lucia pageant.
Right. What is the ultimate goal, apart from ensuring that you create that platform for the male, for the young ladies who are partaking? It's sort of like a grooming ground, and now you've going closer to Carnival. We see what happens around Carnival time. Pageantry is definitely a big thing. St. Lucia has definitely owned its place in the world of pageantry, and not just in St. Lucia, regionally and otherwise as well. So is that also a two-tier to also groom these young ladies so that they are better prepared for the bigger pageants?
Yes, it is. So actually, our plan is to help groom the young women who are interested in pageantry to come join Miss Teen St. Lucia so that we give them an idea of how pageantry goes, and especially we trying to groom them for the St. Lucia National Queen Show as well.
Absolutely. Well, we wish you the best of luck. We're definitely going to be following. Keep us in the loop, and we continue to keep abreast with what's going on. But in the meantime, you do have a Instagram page where persons can continue to
Yes.
follow. So what's your handles?
It's Miss Teen St. Lucia.
Right, and persons can contact you, or your numbers are on there as well.
Yes.
Okay, so persons wishing to contact you for whatever reason can reach out to you there. Shell, it's always an honor, and keep up the good work.
Thank
We
you
see
so
you.
much.
We see you. All right?
Yeah.
All right, our second feature this weekend has got some exciting Olympics happening down in Viewfort. It's the National Junior Championship. Let's find out some more. Well, we've got some exciting athletics interaction that's going to be happening on this weekend. Saturday and Sunday, or Friday and Saturday?
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday. I'm here with Cornelius Green. Cornelius is the treasurer of the St. Lucia Athletics Association. Green, it's nice to be here to be talking this.
Yes, it is. It is. This weekend we have our National Junior Track and Field Championship slated for March 9th and 10th at the George Odlum Stadium. It's an opportunity for our junior athletes the final opportunity, in a sense, to try to achieve the qualifying standards set by the association for the upcoming Character Games, which will be held in Grenada March 29th to the 1st of April. So there we see all our junior athletes on display trying to achieve those standards and hopefully make the trip to Grenada. The Character Games has been one of the premier junior track and field championship in the world. They have seen the nucleus of many of our budding athletes. Julian Alfred was a product of the Character Games. Wow. She has represented us at these games. We have Miss Naomi London, who also represented us at these games. So come Saturday and Sunday, those athletes will be vying for that final opportunity to make the St. Lucia team to represent us at the Character Games.
Well, we know what's happening. We're doing very well out there. Julian is definitely flying the flag. There's another general. Is it Michael? Is his
Michael
name?
Joseph.
Michael
yes.
as well is also out there doing his things. In the past, we've seen the like of the Makiba Alcides and so many. So St. Lucia's definitely has got something there. There is something brewing there in terms of athletics here in St. Lucia. From your standpoint, from the body standpoint, in terms of where we are, I know you guys are doing your thing. You're trying so hard to ensure. Are we where we need to be right now in terms of support, in terms of facility, in terms of ensuring? I don't want to put you on the spot, but the conversation have to be had.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, we want improvement. We want to be able to hold that very vital. Because there might be a number of other
Julians out there.
Exactly.
Yes.
So,
from an association standpoint, I would say no, we're not exactly where we want to be. In terms of the support, yes, there is support, but there can still be so much that can be have. The facilities, we have facilities, but they in dire need of maintenance, dire need of repairs, and a bit of care in terms of the non-users of the facility. Let's say the persons that do not know the know-how about to use the facility, particularly persons driving on the synthetic surface. That's a major issue we have with persons driving on the track. There are perimeters outside. You can remain there and walk. You don't have to drive onto the track. Wow. So we have been battling with persons to avoid them from doing that. And when you do that, you're deteriorating the surface, and it makes it more difficult for us to continue to train and have the budding athletes that we have.
Right. So we need a whole mindset change, a whole cultural mindset change towards this thing now.
Yes.
Does the association have in the future any plans to probably, and we're on board for that. You could rope us in us any time, because I believe it's a full circle thing, where we educate more about these things.
Yes, we do have a plan. Our PRO has been working to try to develop a program where we can go on one of the radio television stations to educate the public a bit more, make ourselves more visible into the public, and providing that education level that they need in order to be able to so persons know what's happening,
what's do's and don'ts, because we're making a lot of noise. I see a lot of social media posts from us, the Lucians, when Julian is doing her thing. But remember, a whole process has to go into budding somebody like a Julian Alfred.
Yes, it
so
takes
we
a whole
have
nation.
A part to play as well.
Yes, we do definitely have to have a part to play, because Julian didn't just come about. She had the support from her grassroots, her parents, from her local club, which was Speed Printing Survivors. Platini brought her into the track and field, and has been with her through all her life, and still do so.
Right.
So going over to Jamaica, the process continued. So
let's talk now about what's happening Saturday. Is it open to the public? Can the public come and be part of it, or is it closed?
No, it's open to all and sundry. The only thing is that there are restrictions in terms of what we can do, because St. Jude Hospital is still at the stadium, so we need to curtail on the noise. But yes, persons can come in and have a look at the athletes, come and support their kids, and cheer them on as much as possible. But just try to ensure that they remember that they are at the hospital and they need to be exercise some due care for the patients at the hospital.
All right. Well, we're looking forward. By any chance, is there any hope for a contingent going to Grenada when we go in? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, there is.
You might need a little media person, a little, a little coverage, a little camera guy.
Yes,
we can tag along, man. Why not?
No problem.
Certainly. Well, I wish you the best, and
Thank
you know
you.
what? Let's hope that this, we continue to find partnership like this, where we can continue to, all play our part to ensure that we solidify this, man.
Yes.
We have something there.
Yes, we do.
We can't ignore it.
11 was
Exactly.
so we definitely have
need to do that.
the talent there and the opportunity. So we just need to ensure that we provide the avenues for our athletes to continue to excel and
Let's
prosper.
pour into it. Corporate, civil, we need to all do that. We need to be on board.
Okay.
All right? Thank you, Green.
Thank you. Thank you.
Certainly.
And
This amazing creative, that's our final feature, by the way. This amazing creative is back on island. And you know what? We had to pin him down a little bit to get inside because he's about to release his first carnival tune, actually. MP Sickler is the name. We caught up with him at Serenity Park. Look at us. We had a wonderful chat. St. Lucia is a wealth of creativity, and we've got a lot of amazing talent right here on the show. This gentleman right here is one such, and I'm sure some of you will know him, MP Slicker. Of course, you may not know the name as well, because his name has been popping up in the entertainment scene for some time now, and we are happy to have a sit down with him because he's home. How are you? Welcome home.
Give thanks. It's always a blessing to be home, eh? So, I always enjoy being in my island.
I know. Now, let me tell you something. We're on the morning show. So it means now, some people, the little morning show, and I have little people down in the south that they listening and think, may not even understand or know, so we want to give a little insight. Tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I go by the name MP Slicker. Born and raised in Castries, Bocage. I went to school here. I left at 17, went to London, then went to the US a couple years later. But, I'm a fusion artist that represents St. Lucia, in every single way I can. Just trying to bring the culture in my music. I started off with doing hip hop, then I went into Afro, I went into like soca. So it's like a collaboration of soca, dancehall, Afro, with a little hip hop flavor too as well.
Wonderful.
But infusing the Creole culture in there too.
You can't leave that one out, because
not
not
at
be
all.
putting you outside. I dig you, we putting you, sending you wherever. You get me? Let me just break it down. Did you start your musical career whilst here in St. Lucia, or did it birth from when you traveled?
The influence was in St. Lucia, and then it started when I traveled. So I started physically doing music by writing, being an artist when I left, but the influence started here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right. What is it like as an island boy, in the big countries, starting up a musical career? Is it a difficult thing to undertake, or what was your journey like starting up?
Others might have a different opinion, but for me, I would say it's a little bit tough, because the competition is steep. Like, there's a certain mark that people want, a certain image, and then it's like us islanders is like sometimes we don't fit that, so sometimes we have to fit in and change a little vibe about yourself, in order to fit in, but there's ways around it.
But in the long run, does it give you that advantage though? Because if you prepare yourself now for that high that benchmark, which is definitely at a high one, does it now give you a better advantage now as an island boy artist? Do you think so?
I kind of believe that. In certain circumstances, I would have to agree.
Wonderful. Well, you're back home. You get a little insight. So you're back home. You're about to release a brand new song.
Yes.
You're bringing this one back home.
Yes.
Tell me about it, and tell me why you decided to take it back here. That same, feel, you wanted to get that homely feeling to put this one out?
No lie, I'm extremely excited about this one, and I'll tell you why. It's all about St. Lucia. Every single shot is the island, and then I've done a little bit of preview with friends, and when they look at it, they know I live overseas. First thing they say is like, where's that, Brooklyn, New York? I was like, bro, that's home.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, that's St. Lucia?
Yes.
And I'm like, I'm like, what? Like, how could you not notice? So I have drone shots of the Pitos, drone shots of Pigeon Point, so we have like a lot of things going on. But the song is actually about missing Carnival. right? And then I put it in the form of like Carnival is a woman, so you're missing her. So it's like she's home, you know, so you're going back home to her, right? So it's like Carnival is a girl that you miss, you know, so it's that kind of vibe. And it's like, it's just showing off the culture, it's showing off the great vibes, it's showing off the only thing I think I missed is the food. Right, that's the only thing I miss. I ain't sure of nothing about food.
Well, hopefully when they get inspired by it and they come, we'll deal with the food then.
Yeah, exactly. That is it. You know, that's it. You
Certainly.
know.
So is it out already?
No, it's gonna be out at 8 p.m. tonight. Yeah, so it's airing at 8 p.m. tonight on YouTube. But the song I'm gonna do a little pre-release at a radio station now. So you know, but it's coming out today.
Wonderful. Well, we're certainly looking forward to that. Now, how can persons continue to, now that, you know, we know this gentleman is here, he's flying the flag of St. Lucia, we want to stay abreast with you. How can we continue to follow everything MP?
Well, you know, for the social media, because I try to stay consistent on there and just try to, you know, put out everything that I'm doing, you know, have people follow up with me, see my day-to-day process. So you can follow me on social media, you know, at MP Slicker, EEMPEY _ Slicker, SLICKER, you know, and all sites, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Also, my music is on every streaming platform, you know, Apple Music, iTunes, Tidal, name it. You know, and it's the same MP Slicker. So once you Google that, you'll get a link to every single platform.
Briefly, what does the future look like? What are some of the ideas and plans you have for yourself moving forward?
Well, you know, a lot, you know, because I tell myself this year, I don't know what kind of trophy it is, but I want a trophy for music, right? I need to put a second trophy up for music, right? So that's one of the things I want to accomplish. You know, and you know, I just want to basically let the Lucians know what I'm really about, right? You know, show off my talent, show my skills, and you know, kind of let them know I represent them. You know, I represent the island, 100% Lucian. You know, I'm not a foreigner.
Yeah. And what is the collaborative effort like with the on the ground musicians and industry? Do you have a nice link with them, or it's still in the building process?
Yeah, no. We have a solid link, man. I'm shout out to all the artists in St. Lucia. They have a lot of respect for me. You know, they always build with me, they connect with me. I'm working on some features right now. I mean, I could mention I'm working with Silvans, I'm working with Mata, you know, so me and Zido already got a couple of stuff cooking up, you know, young artist Zido. He's from home, from Bocage, you know, so we try to represent our community together. So, you know, I have a lot of stuff going on, and shout out to the artists again because they always show love. Yes,
You're no stranger. You already know what time it is. MP Slicker. Go check him out on all of the social sites. Check out his music and look out for the brand new one. It's coming out. We're going to give you a little preview, I think. Yeah, we will. You know what they say. Wake up and smell the roses. Life is amazing. It's all about what you make of it. That's our show for this morning. I hope you enjoyed and you were inspired in some way or the other. Let's do it again tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be International Women's Day. Wait until you see what we got for you.